celebrates her Republic Day, and in New Delhi, Prime Minister Nehru joins the vast crowd observing the 6th anniversary of the nation's independence. Famous storybook regiments are in the parade that winds through a huge crowd in the capital city. But despite the pomp of the East, national dissension about boundaries overshadows the celebration. While New Delhi streets are jammed, festivities are canceled in riot-torn Bombay, and old racial hatreds darken India's bright hopes on Republic Day. Queen Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh arrive at London Airport with the junior members of the royal family bringing up the rear. The Queen and Philip are bound for Nigeria. And Nigerians living in Britain are seeing the start of the royal tour. Queen Mother Elizabeth holds Prince Charles, while his mother and father wave a last goodbye. Princess Anne, 5, gets a lesson in the technique of royal waving. Elizabeth and Philip will be gone 3 weeks on their first visit to Britain's colony on Africa's west coast. In another British colony, Cyprus, residents are ordered to turn in shotguns and sports rifles. The measure is to prevent weapons from falling into the hands of terrorists, trying by bloodshed to compel the British to permit the island's union with Greece. Receipts are given for weapons surrendered by the Cypriots. A constitution with some self-government has been offered by Britain to end the terror on Cyprus.
Stepping out of the White House, President Eisenhower waits to welcome British Prime Minister Eden to a series of crucial talks on policy differences and Cold War problems. Foreign Secretary Lloyd joins the two men for the discussions, which are focused primarily on what to do to prevent an Arab-Israeli war. Secretary of State Dulles also takes part in the consultations, with Eden outlining England's desire to step up trade with Red China and to devise some restrictions on H-bomb tests. America's Eisenhower and Britain's Eden seek a closer unity for the days of decision ahead.
At Cortina d'Ampezzo, sparkling with the snowy splendor of the Italian Alps, athletes from 32 nations take part in the colorful inaugural march at the 7th Winter Olympics. Italian President BRONCHI, who formally opens the sports spectacle, watches the arrival of the Olympic torch from the Temple of Jupiter in Rome. The flame will burn night and day in this huge bowl during the 11-day competition. From the throats of more than 1,000 athletes, the Olympic oath of good sportsmanship drifts up to the snow-swept peaks. One of the first events at the Winter Games is the 30-kilometer cross-country skiing race, a tortuous 18.25-mile run. Finland's Veikko Hakulinen, who won the 50-kilometer title at the 1952 Olympics, is favored in the uphill and downhill grind through wood and meadow. Some of the marathon skiers fall victim to the treacherous going, while others shuss gracefully along. The highly regarded Russians can place no higher than third, and it's Hakulinen, Finland's skiing Ironman, who crosses the finish line first, collecting a salute from his teammates and a gold medal for his country. America's ANDREA Meade Lawrence, defending champion, is off in the women's giant slalom. Down the 1,700-meter course, the girls must pick their way through 59 fiendishly placed gates on a daring descent. Ossie Reichert, a second-place winner in the last Winter Olympics, is flashing first-place form today as she zigs and zags over the slalom run. Leaving her championship dreams on the slopes, Mrs. Lawrence ties for fourth. Turning in a prize-winning Olympic performance, Germany's Ossie Reichert shares a gold medal thrill with her mother. In basketball, San Francisco is shooting for a record-smashing 40th straight victory as it meets California at Berkeley. Some deadly outside shooting gives California an early lead, with hometown fans rooting for an upset. But in the rough-and-tumble action, San Francisco fights back with Big Bill Russell tapping in a rebound. Hoping to rattle the Dons, defending national champions, California goes into a freeze in the second half with center Joe HAGGLER holding the ball. The clock ticks away with Haggler on the far side motionless and the other players just watching. After 8 minutes, Cal still has the ball. Finally, with time running out, California must shoot, and San Francisco goes on to win, writing its name and winning streak into college basketball history. At Santa Anita, 6 horses break from the gate in the $156,000 Santa Anita Maturity for 4-year-olds. That's Guerrero setting the pace with Bo Busher second, Sailor third, and Honey's Alibi fourth. But the last 2 horses are the pair to watch as long shot Trackmaster and favorite Traffic Judge move together. Swinging into the last turn, Trackmaster and Traffic Judge are closing ground on the first 2 horses as Bo Busher and Sailor begin to fade. Down the home stretch, Traffic Judge has the lead with Trackmaster on the outside coming on. It doesn't seem possible that Trackmaster can make it, but he does, thundering to victory in the Santa Anita Maturity.